Yes, sir. Good morning, family. Saturday, May 21st, 2022. This is Spade of Spades Podcast. We are back in studio for another edition of the show. And in studio, we have a special guest.
Yes, sir.
AJ.
What's good with you?
What's good with it, bro?
I'm glad to be on the right side of the earth this morning. You know what I mean?
Yes,
I
sir.
tell people every time when they ask me, how I'm doing. I say I'm just glad to, be alive. You know what I mean? I tell people once you can wake up and you can do this, and your eyes open and your feet hit the floor.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful thing, man. I can't complain, man. Anything else can happen throughout the course of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can feel all your extremities.
Exactly.
Man, what? Man, listen.
It's a gift. That's why I call it a present.
Listen, just bought a car on the 22nd of April. Totaled it on the 17th of May, just 4 days ago.
Man.
Less, man.
Glad you're alive, bro.
About that.
No scratches.
Man. Yeah, so it could have turned out differently. You know what I mean? So
you can place the car, you can't place the life.
Come on, man.
Facts.
Tell them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, thank y'all for inviting me, man. Glad to be here
no
on
problem.
this beautiful Saturday morning.
No problem, man.
Early,
We wish
man.
Dada was here, but
Man, I know, man. Trying to catch
good.
Dada, man, like that, is real tough for the boy. Dada's a mother of two kids, man, and she does that mother thing, while the husband is at work on Saturday, so it's kind of hard to get her out less,
problem.
But she'll come around on the next one, man, for
No
sure.
problem.
For
No
sure.
problem,
Shout out to
for sure.
Dada. I'm pretty sure she tuned in right now, though. Shout out to Dada.
Man, it's hot outside, isn't it?
Yeah, it feels good, man. But I wanted to stay where it is, though. 10, 15 degrees. Hotter is cool, but when it's 100, 105, I need to be on the beach, man.
That's a fact.
I need to be on the beach. Yeah, but it feel good. It feel good.
I ain't much of a beach person, man.
Really?
Nah.
Me either.
I mean, I love the
I'll go on the boardwalk.
Boardwalk, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love
Yeah.
the water. But it's just
Look, you want to go on the beach? I can see it.
Yeah.
I'm right here.
Yeah.
yeah. It's just I don't know. It's just now once I have kids, it'll be a different story.
Right.
Like, all right, you want to get in the water? Let's get in the water.
Yeah.
But just like laying there, just soaking up. Nah, it's too many other things I could be doing.
Right. Yeah.
I love the water though, but
It's too much, bro. I sweat in the cold, so imagine me on the beach. I'm not fucking with it. I'm not fucking with it all
Yeah,
dirty and
fucking with
stuff. I can't do it.
But when you get the sweat, man, that's when you just dip in the water, man, and come on up out of there. Whether it's a pool,
sand
beach.
stick even more.
Yeah.
And I got more body than most people, so it's gonna be in areas that you just don't want it.
That you just don't want it to be.
So I'm on the boardwalk.
Yeah.
With my boardwalk fries.
I
and my
know that's
lemonade,
right. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with
looking
that.
at the waves.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Ain't
some
nothing wrong
good
with
funnel
that.
cake if they got the funnel cake.
You hit me.
Yeah.
Some caramel. Don't get me started on funnel
Some
cake.
caramel.
Yeah, so y'all
Caramel chocolate, yeah. I love caramel.
See, I can't do the toppings on my funnel cake, man.
For real?
See, the
not
most-
even like powdered sugar.
I do the powdered sugar, but like
That's it.
man. I can't do the strawberries, the peaches.
you plain Jane.
Yeah, I'm playing. Yeah. I'm
Look,
playing.
I can't do the strawberries and the peaches
Right.
and all that. I don't do all
Yeah.
that. But some caramel.
But the caramel and the chocolate and all that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, straight
So the powdered sugar and caramel or chocolate in the funnel cake. That's it.
Yeah.
To each his own.
Hey man, I'm telling
I
you.
mean, at a minimum, I could do the peaches and the strawberries.
Maybe peaches. I don't like strawberries though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm glad y'all not judging me.
I don't like.
Cause
I don't like fruit
I'm
on
glad
my.
y'all not judging me. This the first time.
No. To each his own, man.
man,
If that's what you like.
This the first time, like, it's like, dang, you don't like strawberries? You know, when I tell people I don't like strawberries or watermelon, they be like, dang, bro, give me your black card. I'm like,
At one point, I ain't like watermelon either. It took me a while to
They
start
trying to
liking
take my
watermelon.
black card, though.
Nah,
I was like, dang,
it's
I like
all
grape
good,
soda,
man.
though. Like, come on, get my black card back. Like,
Now, that's
what
about as
you
black
talking
as you can
about?
get
You
grape
feel me?
soda
Like,
and
come on,
lemonade.
I love
Yeah.
grape soda. Like,
Come
come
on,
on,
man.
and I love fried chicken.
But now
Give me my
it
black
depends on
card.
what grape soda you talking about, though.
Huh? And,
The Fanta.
the Fanta's
Undefeated.
real good.
Undefeated.
But that store bought,
Oh, you off the store bought?
That store bought in the cookout back in the day. What?
You talking
I
about
used
that?
to hit different.
You talking about that shit that loses carbonation as soon as you open it?
You gotta drink it immediately. Like you can't let this sit. It's over.
It's a wrap. As soon as air gets to it, you got to. Come on.
Then you follow up with a Huggy, and then when you get the Huggy, you don't take the whole thing off. You bite the middle of it, and
you sit there with it. Like you on a titty, huh?
You hear me? Hey, that was some good cookout days, boy.
Man.
You hear me?
Oh man.
Hey, y'all remember Huggies?
Yeah.
I just said that. I was just talking about Huggies.
They're not the same though. They're not the same, man.
That or Sunny D. It's not the
Yeah,
same.
yeah. The Sunny D, all right.
Have you tried that?
Yeah, the Sunny D. You know,
Now?
Yeah, I haven't.
Oh my goodness.
Nah, I've had
used
it.
to drink the whole
yeah,
gallon.
yeah.
Man, like, what happened to the Sunny D? I'm like, I don't know.
They used to try to tell me it had whale urine in it. I was like, I don't give a fuck.
Back in the day or now?
No, back in the day.
That's why I was so good?
Yeah.
Well, you're good in the mud.
Hey, we was drinking it up.
I still drink it to this day. I
Remember
still
them
drink
saying
it.
back in the day, Coke had like
Yeah,
Coke,
like the real
you know
Coke
what
in
I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah.
And you wonder why people, you know.
Shit. And to this day, I still drink a little Coke now and then.
I'm really not a big fan of dark soda, bro.
Yeah.
I'm more of my Sprite.
You know
what I'm saying?
I'll take a Pepsi.
Sierra Mist.
Now I love some Pepsi over
See,
Coke.
I take a
Facts.
Coke over Pepsi. Or Dr. Pepper.
And people
over
say it
any
tastes
of
the
that.
same. It does not taste the same, bro.
No, it
No,
doesn't.
it doesn't.
It's a totally different taste.
Oh, man.
This is a totally different
Yeah,
taste.
I said
All
Pepsi
the
is a
dark
little
sodas
sweeter
taste
to me.
different. Matter of fact, the light sodas taste more similar than the dark sodas. If I like Sierra Mist and
Mellow
Sprite,
Yellow.
Mellow Yellow. You know what I'm saying? They kind of all taste a little similar. Dr. Pepper, Coke, and Sprite, and root beer, that all tastes different.
Yeah, it has its own.
That all tastes
Yeah,
different.
its
You
own
can taste that
taste,
like,
right?
cause that's not, when I be at work, they be like, this is not diet. I need Coke Zero. This is not.
Nah, I can't do that.
Nah. Hey, people love Coke Zero. I'm telling you. When they be like, oh, y'all don't have Coke Zero? Man.
Hey, white folks be turning that shit
Yeah,
up.
they do. They do.
I'm telling you.
That shit up.
They love Coke Zero.
And Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Oh, they love Coke Zero.
And the way they market it now, it's like the Coke Zero still has the red. Like it's no distinct. Like I accidentally bought one the other day because I was doing this little.
They just made it black.
Yeah. And I was rushing because I mostly be on like ginger ale and stuff like that. But like
I
said,
love ginger ale.
I do love a dark soda every once in a while. And I bought the Coke only because I wanted to use it for a recipe when I was cooking, man. And I was rushing, grabbed it.
What you using Coke for in a recipe?
I was doing a pork shoulder. I was doing a pork shoulder, so I
heard
wanted,
that.
yeah. So the recipe called for a little Coke, and I never put Coke on a pork shoulder before. I wanted to try it, and I just grabbed it. I got home, poured the Coke on it, and I said, you know what, it's still some
You got me doing the shoulder lean. No?
fucking zero, man. Coke Zero.
Man, I gave up the pork, man.
You gave up the pork?
Pork is gone. Out my diet. Yeah. Gave it up. It's gonna be tough to give up beef. I love steak too much. I'm sorry.
Bruh, there's something about.
I love me a nice steak.
I do a steak once a week.
There's something about some bacon.
Yeah.
Bacon.
Oh man.
It go on everything.
Man. Especially from the Amish market.
Man. Oh, glory.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. I don't care what flavor you get. Hickory, maple,
I'm telling
regular.
you. Hey, it wasn't just me, but when I was growing up, like going to the Amish market was like going to an amusement park. Like I'm not going old. I used to have so much fun in there.
Which
the
one you
ice
go
cream
to?
was good.
Which one you go to?
I can't tell you.
Yeah, I go to the one in Laurel, man.
I think it's the one
undefeated.
Yeah,
The
I
one
think it's the
in
one in Laurel. Is that the one with the big barn?
The big
off of 197. 197. Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta.
I like both. I like both of them, but the one in Laurel,
Undefeated.
It's undefeated. It's brighter. You know, it's.
That's the one that like will like give you like a barn feeling, right? Is that one?
Nah.
I don't think we talking about the same one.
Bro, that might.
It's one that it's like a barn.
Oh nah, that.
And they be
you must
dressing
be,
up like.
You probably be going actually to Pennsylvania.
We ain't going to Pennsylvania, but nah, it was. I'm telling you, they have the fried chicken was bomb. The ice cream was bomb. You get the thick cut bacon and all that. Man,
it's off the chain,
look,
man.
if you don't get there 30 minutes after it opens, you gonna be parking across the street.
You gonna be parking,
by a shop center across the street.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, man. Look, the Amish market open at 9. I'm trying to get there about 8:55. so I can get in, get out, man. Like I hate crowds, man, especially when it comes to shopping, man. I want to get in and get out. You know what I'm saying? Then once you in there, you're gonna be in there for a minute because your eyes is like. I'm trying to tell you, I go in there just for bacon and I come out spending $200.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
really easy. Like in the music part.
I got the pork shoulder from there. I went in there for bacon. Yeah, I go in the Laurel. They had the little special for $46. Exactly. I said, give me 2 of those.
Exactly. And then you got something else? Oh, what's that? Oh,
And you had that pound cake?
Man.
Bro.
Hey, pound cake, delicious.
Everything's good, man.
Oh no, man. I mean, there's other white people need to like good with these Amish people, like see how they cook, because they don't be cooking like how we.
And the fried chicken is.
I was just saying about the fried chicken. Amish market is so awesome.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, the
fried chicken, man. Listen. I bought a 10-piece, and I ate the 10-piece before I got back to the car. I mean, like literally, I felt like a little broad. I had the bags on my arm like this from everything else I bought, and I had my little before I got back to the car. It was smashed, man. Everything is good there. Everything is fresh, man. I love the Amish market. It's where it's at, man. Damn, make me wanna. Yeah.
What time it is? Rush hour when we get out. What time?
No, seriously, I might stop by there after this, man. It's that good, man. You know what I mean? And I encourage people, if you cook and you want some good quality food, man, go to the Amish market. That's where it's at, man. Yeah. Fuck all this Safeways and I mean, not like that, but it's stepped on by the time you get there.
Yeah. Right.
Stepped on.
So, bro, award-winning host.
Huh?
Award-winning host.
Oh, man, listen.
Don't be too humble, man.
Hey,
I know, man. I mean, we humble too, but
you know what I'm saying. Don't be too humble, but man, you know what I'm saying.
Listen, man.
War winning.
Yeah, man.
War winning.
Yeah, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. Let me tell you, and I say it's beautiful. And I want to say it was 2018, 2019. I got the award for Personality of the Year. Right, and then to back it up with the Best Duo award last year with Dada was real special. And it was special because when we started off Gunline Radio, it was 3 of us. It was me, Dada, and Smokey B. We started Gunline Radio February 2016, and in October of that year, he passed away. And, me and Smokey grew up together, basically. You know what I mean? Yeah. I introduced him to Dada once we started doing the radio stuff. So just winning that award as a duo, because we really supposed to be a trio, right. But, he passed away.
We know that feeling.
Right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's, it was special, you know what I'm saying? And, I am a humble dude, you know what I mean? I carry on a lot, you know what I'm saying? Joke around a lot, like to have fun. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it is an accolade. It reminds me like of my friends, man. Like, I've been with radio, for those who don't know, since day one, since Trump opened the doors back in 2010. And when we first started Rip Radio, it was just his show and the show that I was actually a co-host on. And then, after about a year or so, 2011, started an after party show with Carrie and Michelle. We ended up taking it to Atlanta, 2013. I got sick out there with Crohn's disease, came back, had to have some surgeries, and then that's how Gunline came about in 2016. But yeah, man, the awards are cool, man. It just tells you that, what you're doing. The people are watching. Even it's an in-house award. I love it. Right. You know what I mean? But the votes come from the outside mainly. You know what I mean? And it's a beautiful thing, man. And shout out to everybody who was nominated. You know what I'm saying? But it's a beautiful thing to get those. I haven't seen that award. Since we got it, Dada got it at home. She got so it's all good. But it's a beautiful thing, man. I appreciate that, man.
Sure,
yes, indeed.
We had asked the OGs and we had them on back in January.
Yeah.
Shout out to 420.
Yeah, 420. Shout out. Them my boys right there.
We had asked them back in January what made them want to start doing the whole radio thing.
Yeah.
So for you, what's the backstory?
Wow. Damn, we got time?
Yeah, we got time.
We got a little time.
Yeah.
We got a little time. So the backstory. I'm prior service. I was in the Army, right? And prior service.
No, I'm just.
Oh, okay.
No, I am.
Okay,
yeah,
what branch?
Navy.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Appreciate your service, baby boy. You know what I'm talking about?
My father fought in arms, so I always got admiration for anybody.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, dope, man.
I couldn't do it.
How long was you win, bro?
I signed up for 3. I did 3. I went in 98. Okay. I was went in from 1998 to 2001. I was at Fort Hood in Killeen, Texas. Went over to Kuwait for 4 months for training. Okay. And, came back, did my time, and got about, I got out, and when I came home from Texas, and I'm gonna try to sum this up to get into the radio part. Like ever since I was a little kid, I always knew that I wanted to do something in media. I wanted to be a sports anchor. That's what I really wanted to do, right? And I came home. My partner of mine got me into like working in the strip clubs. I was a DJ, then I became a host. Then that kind of like when I was.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. It was really fun. I started off at Sensationals in Lanham, ended up at Irvin's.
I know about Sensationals.
Ended up at Ebony Inn. I worked at a lot of venues, man. And this was from a span of 2002 to about 2004 or 5. 2006, I got into the security sector because at the time, these clubs kind of had banned smoking from in the club, so people had to go outside to smoke. So that the crowd at the strip clubs just vanished. So that went out the window. So I was sitting on the loading dock. This was 2009, late 2009. Sitting on the loading dock at work, and there's a comedian by the name, you might know him, T.L. Fitz. He's a local guy.
I probably know him by name. Yeah, I'm in face by name.
Yeah, T.L. Fitz. And he walked up to me, man. He was like, yo, AJ, I got this opportunity to start this radio show, man, and I got a spot for you. And I was like, all right, bet, cool. He said, you want it? And I was like, yeah, cool. That's what's up. And, that's what he said. It was on Rip Radio. And, he introduced me to Trump. It fell in my lap, really, basically. It fell in my lap. And then that following year, I think February 2010, that's when Rip Radio opened the doors. So the rest just became history, man. I always loved radio. When I was in school, I had a real good relationship with Steph Lover from the Live Squad on 93.9. So being around her a lot, I got to see, how radio worked. So when I got the opportunity to sit at the table at Rip Radio, we started off at on Georgia Avenue. I ain't gonna never forget this. Rip Radio started off at Listen Vision. If you guys ever heard of Listen Vision, we were in one of the studios upstairs. Shout out to I can't remember his name right now. It'll come back to me, but it basically fell in my lap, man. It's not like I applied for it. It's not like I walked up on Trump and said, yo, I heard you starting something. Let me get a spot. It fell in my lap. I was in the right place at the right time. It was offered to me. I fell in love with it, and still sitting here today, man. Still sitting here today, and it's been great, man. Like I said, after party show, we had folks in Atlanta, man. Like, we need y'all out here, To this day, I'm 42 years old. I'll be 43 next month. No kids, you know what I'm saying? And we took the show to Atlanta. I just stepped out on faith. We took the show to Atlanta. Unfortunately, I got sick. But just being out there, even, I don't know, man.
Atlanta's awesome.
It's awesome, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. Yeah, that's basically it. And the same year that I started, they started. I started in February. They started in like August, October, or something like that year. So we've been rocking 420. We all been rocking under the same umbrella for a very long time. I remember doing plenty of shows with them cats, man. We got some funny stories, man. We got some funny stories, man. Them the OGs for real, the Godfathers, man. Shout out to Pastor Hoover and DJ Lewis Shirt, man. And they started off in their basement. Wow. In their basement, man. They started off in the basement in their house. And they've had some outstanding and amazing talent come through that basement. You know what I mean? Red Grant. I mean, all kind of comedians, and that's what their platform. And they really love interviewing comedians. They interview everybody, but they love comedians, and they will DM you to death. Have you come through that show, and they come, man. And they show them brothers love, man. Shout out to 420, them the Godfathers, baby. Yes, indeed.
What do you love most about having your platform?
The reaching out to the platform, we use it, to interview, people. And when I say people, I mean people of all genres, artists, authors, entrepreneurs, people who are coming up in the game who might not be able to, venture off to the FM side or even get an interview on the AM side or, even, on the XM side. I love, since day one, so even when I was working in the strip clubs, since day one, I've always had a thing about upcoming artists. You know what I mean? Always had a thing about upcoming artists. So when I started the radio, even as a co-host, the first show I was on was called Express Yourself Radio. I did a sports segment there for 60 seconds. That lasted a year. Started the after party show. As soon as I started that grind from day one, just using that platform for artists to come on and be able to get their shine in, whether it's a 10-minute interview, a 20-minute interview. Sometimes the interviews go 40 minutes. Right. You know what I mean? Because it be that good. You know what I mean? Right. But that's one thing that I really, enjoy. And as of recently, I've been in this game for so long, man. As of recently, I've never charged anybody for an interview. You know what I'm saying? Kind of implemented that into the structure now, but never charged anybody for an interview. And that was all the strength of the love that I had, because a lot of these people, they go to the 95s, they go to the 93s, and I'm not just trying to put them out there, but they go to these people, even if they go to 105.1 Power Up in New York, they got to pay to get there. Right. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't want you to pay to get to me. You know what I mean? I wanted you to come down here, sit on the stoop with me, you know what I mean, and chop it up. We're gonna play your music, and hopefully, you know what I mean, get you some buzz. Right. That's one thing I really love about the platform, man. It's really just giving those local talents, man, or anybody, no matter what you do. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. We try to do the same thing.
No matter what you do.
We had a couple artists on it, but like anybody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? From a lash tag, from a photographer, we had them all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We just want to inspire, also entertain. So I get that.
Oh yeah, we got a fitness guru coming on the show today. You know what I mean? Young lady, host. She does a lot of things. She's not a musical artist, but she's out here grinding. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we're gonna have her sit right where you're sitting, and we're gonna chop it up with her. You know what I mean? So I love it, man. I love it. I'm a Gemini, man. I'm a people's person.
My mom's a Gemini.
Yeah, man. I'm an extrovert, man. I love being around people. You know what I'm saying? So
Mom too.
Yeah.
She don't love now.
Yeah. Shout out to my Dukes. It's Gemini season. Gemini season started today, baby. Today, baby. You know what I'm saying? I got the same birthday as Tupac, man. So June 16th, man. My birthday right around the corner, man.
Her birthday a month later.
Yeah, a month later.
20th.
Okay. Yeah, man. So I love it, man. I love that. I don't know, man. When you treat people right, you know what I'm saying? Like, been in this game almost 13 years. People I have interviewed from 6, 7, 8 years ago, it warms my heart when I run into them on the street, or I've had my number for the longest. They call me. Yo, man, what's up, man? I'm trying to get back on there, man. When we was on there, yo, we had a ball. We had a good time, man. Y'all treated us right, this, that, and the third. Or when I run into them in the street, it could be in the club. It could be in any environment, man. It's all love, man. It's all love. Yeah.
That's the most gratifying thing about it. Yeah. When you're doing your thing in your show, And then people you see, even people who watch the show, people who's on the show was like, I love what you got going on.
Yeah.
Oh, and everybody want to come on the show. You know what I'm saying? You can't have everybody.
You can't have everybody. You got you do have to.
That's what I had to tell my little youngest that work with me. You know what I'm saying? The ones that I'm cool with. I had to tell them that. You know what I'm saying? They're like, "They don't gonna be inviting nobody." I'm like, look, it's a certain thing we try to do. You know what I'm saying? I love you. I got love for you, but you know what I'm saying? I got to do my
have to filter. You do have to filter out.
It's not personal. It's business. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I've even had to tell artists, yo, get your 1-2 together and come back and holler at me, because, you know, and it's not like every artist that we have on the show had a shit together, right? But and I had to, I don't know, man, like when I was coming up, because I was into artist management at one point, you know what I mean? Not long, but I was into it long enough to know that, you know, an artist should be an artist. You know, if you really about your grind and about your business, you should have a manager. You should have somebody in charge of this. You should have somebody in charge of that, right? One thing that I always told artists, man, have an EPK.
What is that?
Electronic press kit. You got to have an EPK, man.
Okay, elaborate for the ones like myself that don't know what that is. So
electronic press kit. It could be a 1-sheeter, it could be a 2-sheeter, it could be a 3-sheeter. Basically, all it is an electronic business card, where if I come to you as a radio host and say, yo, I want to have you on my show, or even if I went to their manager, I want to have your artist on my show. Hey, send me over the information, you know, so I can, you know what I'm saying, forward it to my peoples and we'll get them on. So the EPK is going to have your bio. I need to know about the artist. It's going to have all the links to your YouTubes, to your SoundClouds, to this, that, and the third. It's going to have your MP3s. It's going to have pictures. It's going to have prior interviews that you've done with other, you know, that way when you send that off to a label, that lets that label know that, you know, hey, this young lady is about their business. If you just say, if you send an email and say, hey, here's my YouTube link, you know what I'm saying, and that's it.
Something like a sponsor kit, something like that. I heard of something like that where you send, like you have like basically your portfolio, or like how many what revenue and people watch your stuff, so you can send it to other brands so they can.
Basically the same thing, but just EPK is just basically electronic press kit for an artist. You know what I mean? It's a press kit. It's basically what it is. It's just electronic. Instead of, you know, back in the day, you know, how we used to have to print out directions on MapQuest in order to get around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now everything is electronically. You know what I'm saying? If I'm interested in an artist and they got their shit together, then their management is going to send me that electronic press kit, and it's going to be a 1-sheeter or however many sheets from head to toe. It's going to be the bio, it's going to be pictures, it's going to be music, it's going to be everything laid out, where I ain't got to keep emailing you back and forth and say, send me 3 MP3s, send me videos, it's all in one central location. So I go back to say, like, you know, back in the day, I used to be heavy on that. I didn't want to interview an artist if they didn't have their electronic press kit together. You know what I'm saying? Because I had my shit together, and I wanted you to have your shit together. You dig what I'm saying?
Basically like a resume.
There you go. It's basically an electronic resume. And, you know, as lately, man, that's kind of gone out the window, because you find these artists that are really talented. They just haven't had that person behind them and say, you know, you need this, you need that. And I can't deny you, you know what I'm saying, because you don't have it. You know, I had to think about that. I said, I can't deny this person but I'll tell them. I'll be like, listen, get your shit together, man. You got what it take. You know what I'm saying? You could be the next Risa Renee. You could be the next Ethan Spalding. You know, those are local acts that got their shit together that could possibly be next. You dig what I'm saying? And when those young artists come my way, man, I tell them, I've told artists, you just gotta be real with them, man, and they respect that. You know what I'm saying? If you're an artist and you are sensitive about your craft and you want to learn, you'll take criticism, right? You'll take, you know what I'm saying, constructive criticism. And I'm not out here just clowning nobody, you know what I'm saying? But if your shit trash, I'm gonna be like, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Respectfully.
Respectfully. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, cause somebody, hell, if somebody came on Gunline Radio show and they didn't like the way I interviewed them, they gonna tell me.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You feel what I'm saying?
You gotta be honest.
You gotta be honest, man.
Honest with people you like.
You gotta be honest.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be honest. You know what I'm saying? It's coming from love.
It's
a difference from hate.
Yeah.
And love. You see, people get that confused. You know what I'm saying? Real recognize real. I'm telling you this because I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
Because I fuck with you.
I want to see you succeed. You know what I'm saying? So when you come into work, and your underarms humming a little bit, I'm gonna pull you to the side. Hey, bro, man. Hey. Your underarms humming. You got like some deodorant or something in the car or something. Yeah. Well, next time you come here, make sure you right, because, you know, you humming a little bit. I just want to let you know. Yeah. Don't burst nobody, hating is like, you know what I'm saying? I pulled you to the side, let you know what's going on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it beam with people, man.
Right, you have to.
You got to, man.
Yeah, you have to.
You got to.
Like, and you got to, because you want somebody to do it for you.
That's a fact.
Like, if I'm slipping, because I ain't perfect. Nobody in the world perfect. If I'm slipping, let me know, bro. Like, if I got a booger in my nose,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hate. You know what I really hate? I really hate because I work at a restaurant. I really hate when I got something in my beard or something, or something on my face or something.
Man, what?
And nobody that I work with said something. Nobody said nothing.
And it's been lingering there for 30 minutes.
One customer, I don't know if I'm mad at him. I'm just taking it. Oh yeah, you got something right here. I'm like, for real? I'm like,
I didn't walk back and forth.
You hear me?
Between my colleagues for the last hour. And you be the tell me that.
Ain't nobody say nothing. Ain't nobody say my crack out. Nobody say nothing.
And the worst part is you having a full blown conversation with me, like,
yo, zipper down and all that. I'm like,
yeah.
I could have told me I'm at a table with my zipper down.
I hate the zipper down part. That's zipper down.
Me at a table, bro.
Yeah, that's
it's like
zipper down,
sitting down and I'm standing and they like.
Yeah. This nigga over here with the loose zipper.
Oh my goodness, I'm so uncomfortable. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh man, yeah, man.
No, but that's the. I know, like with our platform, what we've always tried to, keep together is the fact that the guests that we have on, for the most part, all the people we bring on, we know, and we went to school with them.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing we try to do with our platform is bring on people that we know that are doing great things in the community, across the country, wherever they are. Cause we interview pretty much everybody too, but for the most part, the people we've had on, we went to school with them, and the message we want to give off to the younger generation coming up behind us is that, look, like you have people in your community doing X, Y, and Z.
That's a fact.
So. Don't think that you don't have great role models out here
that you can't do something
right.
that you can't follow and look up to because we out here.
Yeah.
And just within our community, the Black community, like we need more leadership.
Oh yeah,
we need more guidance. We need the kids to believe that we're not forgetting about them. That. And like you said, school, whatever it is they want to do, they can do it.
They
just got to have a vision, got to have a plan, and just execute on it.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah. You can do whatever it is you want to do in life. You just got to, like you said, have that vision. I tell people, write it down. You know what I'm saying? You can try to keep it here as long as you want. You know what I mean? But if you're not writing it down, you got your vision board. You know what I mean? You could do whatever you want to do.
Those vision boards are crucial.
Yeah, they are crucial. And like you said, having that leadership in the community. I come from a small country town. I was born in East Texas, small country town called Marshall. Although I've been here since I was 7 years old, but all my family is in Texas, so gotcha. I still have those southern roots. I still go back and forth, especially at that younger age to Texas. When I got older, of course, that traveling back and forth kind of slowed down. But, you know, I come from a background where everybody and their mama knew each other in my hometown. You know, if I got in trouble at school, not only did the teacher whip my ass, and the teacher with a paddle most times. You know what I mean? I get that ass whipping at school.
I wish Miss McDevitt would. I wish she would.
They did, bro.
I wish that white lady would.
They did, man. And then I got one when I got to the babysitter. And then I got one, you know, by moms and pops when I got home. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then, you know, like I said, everybody and their mama knew each other. So it was hard for you to get in trouble. Right. You know what I'm saying? When I got here, when I moved to the DMV, it's totally different story. I got in I got in trouble. I got in kid trouble. I ain't do nothing that, you know, would get me locked up or anything like that. But I had my fair share of, you know, wrongdoings. You know what I mean? But I lived in the neighborhood. You know, I grew up at Upper Marlboro. I grew up in a neighborhood where, you know, the neighbors, you know, didn't have to be your parents. You know what I'm saying? To sit you down and be like, you know, you done funked up, right? You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to be your parents to grab you by the hand and take you home.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't had to be your parents to see you walking from a mile away and, you know, to pick you up and take you home. They ain't had to, you know, be your parent to see you with a rock in your hand about to throw.
Boy, what you doing with that rock in your hand? You know your mama didn't taught you better than that. What you doing with that rock in your hand? You gonna put that down right now?
That's the kind of upbringing, man. And it's like now, and you know, the kids are having kids. And that's all it is. The kids are having kids, you know what I mean? And a lot of times you may have that parent who, and I've seen it, man. It's in my own family. I've seen it. I've seen that young parent that as long as the kids in their room chilling, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I got no bullshit. I got a 13-year-old nephew, a 11-year-old nephew right now that take care of themselves, basically. They got parents, but they take care of themselves. You feel what I'm saying? As long as the kids over in the corner, they on the PS5, you know, and they ain't making no noise.
I got one that think he take care of himself.
I'm good. You dig what I'm saying?
It's a
but
difference.
you know, yeah. You know, and I just, you know, you have to we have to be involved, man. We have to be involved with in these youngins' lives, man. Because if we're not involved, even, you know, as a community, we ain't got to be their parents. We just have to be their neighbor.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? We just have to be their neighbor.
Being a good neighbor is lost nowadays.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you saw my package out there. You couldn't just bring it inside, bring it on my door, just knock on the door, leave it at the door. You can't just do that. You know what I'm saying? You see me every day.
Yeah.
Walking past me every day. You just can't be nice.
Yeah.
Like, damn. We
Listen,
live in the same place.
We live in the same place. And it's sad because, like, I'm in Northeast, right? And I'm in an apartment. And my neighbors, like, I remember the funny story. So coming from the front of the building, you have to go down 2 flights of steps to get to my apartment. But if you come around the back to the back parking lot, I'm on the level. You know what I'm saying? So the very first day I moved in, I came through the back and I didn't know what door was mine. I knew what door mine was if I came through the front. But this was my very first time coming through the back, right? I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna come through the back. I ain't gotta haul all this shit down the stairs. Oh man, I'm coming through the back. So I'm sticking the key. I'm like, oh yeah, shit, go in the house. Old lady, open that joker up. How can I help you? Oh shit, sorry man, I'm so sorry. I said, listen, I guess this is my shit right here. I'm just moving in, and she let me have it. I'm talking about let me have it. I don't care how much I apologize to this lady 1,000,000 times within 5 minutes, and she just kept letting me have it to a point where I was like, you know what? This lady keep cussing me out. Yo, I got a fiance that's about to pull up that I'm gonna let have it, right? And to this day, it's been a year later, man. This lady, she don't speak. None of that, man. Bro. You know, my mom's neighbor. My mom been in her house since 2002. Neighbors next door.
People are assholes.
They like, I will literally. I'm a hey, what's up with you?
Right, yeah.
That's me. Hey, what's up? It's a quiet neighborhood.
Right.
It's an old neighborhood. Everybody there is 50 and over, except for the neighbor next to Mom Deuce. And they in they in their 40s, but they up there. I got to stare at him before he look at me and do one of these. I got to call your name, bro. My mom's driveway and your driveway ain't nothing but 20 yards apart from each other. Why I got to stare you down like you don't see me out here?
Hey, Mr.
You know what I mean? I just think, man, if we can fix things like that in the community, man. Like I said, I come from the South, man. Everybody in the South.
That's a fact.
And like I said, it wasn't no big city. It was a small city. Everybody, even the white folks.
Bro, when I had went down ATL back in October, 'cause that was my first time going. It was, I was just blown away. Even when I went to Toronto, same thing. I was blown away because I'm not used to just people just being friendly.
Yeah.
Right, because I'm a friendly guy. Like, I speak to everybody too.
Me too.
Yeah. But to get that back in return, just by people initiating it, it was different, bro.
I feel bad. I be in my bag when I don't get it. I be in my bag, like, seriously. I be like, I know this man. See me.
Hey, bro, I'm kind of used to it, man.
You would think I would be too, but I be in my bag.
I'm not gonna lie to you, like, you know what I'm saying, especially with most. Well, with the fellas, not more so the ladies, because you would say hey to a random lady just because y'all just walk past you.
Yeah,
like, all right,
right.
Hey. But the fellas, you would get a you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but down there, hey, bro,
it's all love.
Totally different, especially because especially at that time, I'm going to college. I was 17.
Yeah.
Bro, I wasn't used to girls coming up to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just. Like one of my first day at campus is just trying to figure out where my class at. Where
you already know why they doing that.
Yeah, they like
they do.
Yeah, like, how you doing?
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's a shock because they do it. I mean,
you talking to me?
Yeah.
How you doing?
It happens.
How you doing? I'm doing good. How you doing?
Yeah.
What? You know what I'm saying? It was a culture shock, man. I'm telling you.
It happens, man.
I'm telling you, like people. I mean, like people were sharing each other cars.
Right.
And we had just. It's been like 2 weeks.
Right.
I'm like, bro, that's your car? I know, like, what's the name car? Yeah, that's his car. He let me drive it. He did what now?
Yeah. Let me drive it.
My sister don't let me drive her car. What?
Yeah. I'm trying to tell you, man.
You just met this man 2 weeks and you let him drive your car? Man.
Yeah.
Man.
It's beautiful, man. I love Atlanta. I love
Atlanta too.
I love it, bro.
I call it country DMV.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
That's basically what it is. I love Atlanta.
Yeah, I tell everybody, man, especially like if it's their first time going, because a lot of my friends, they like, how did you like Atlanta? Oh, I love it.
Let me tell you
something. I tell them, I say, anything that you like to do or anything that you want to do in life, it's there. It's whatever you like to do.
And the funnest place to be in Atlanta is the hood.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. It's the hood.
I'm telling you.
It's the hood.
We spend 90% of our time in the hood.
Bro, I had so much fun in the hood. Because my cousin, he lived there.
That's where the party at.
He lived majority of his life in Atlanta. Man, when I went down to Atlanta, when he was living off of 18 Homes, right across the street from the Wendy's and that CVS, boy, for spring break, I had so much fun down there.
Yeah.
I had so much fun down there, man. And then like they love our swag. Because a lot of people when they think of the DMV, they think of the White House.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they think. That's what they really think of us, bro. They think of all the memorial. All the historical.
Yeah.
That's all they think of us, bro. And then when we come with our own swag, they're like, dang, we didn't even know that. They know Baltimore because of the wire and all that. And,
that's my folks in Texas,
the accent
man.
and all that. But they don't know like DMV for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That when we bring that slang and how we dress and all that, man, my feelings was hurt when I went down there and I was like, I just got my fresh 993, 992s, you feel me? Yeah. And they was like, y'all wear New Balances?
Yeah.
Man, my man said, those are grass cutters. I said, I wish I would. I I wish I would.
I wish you would.
I wish you would.
They don't know nothing about that.
You buy some fresh nut-I-2s, you cut your
grass.
What you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
They don't know nothing about that.
What are you doing?
They don't appreciate
what are you talking about?
Man.
I was so pissed off when they said, hey, grass cutters.
Yeah.
Grass cutters?
Yeah.
Wish I might pay $120 for these. Back then, you was paying about $120 for them jobs. Back in 2010 and 11,
$120,
yes.
yeah.
$120 easy. You talking about grass cutters?
Yeah. They don't know nothing about that, man.
And the foams too.
And the foam, man, and the go-go. Don't get me started when I brought go-go down there. They're like, what is this? Mm-hmm. I'm like, bro, let me tell you something. Hey,
it's heavy out there now, though.
But now it's heavy out further because even back then, Reaction, you know what I'm saying? Even Renegade used to do shows at North Carolina A&T.
A&T all the time, yeah.
Man, I heard that homecoming was off the hook, man. I ain't never been to one of them jokers. A&T homecoming, I heard them joints be off the hook.
Man, I ain't never been either.
You ain't been to one? You been to one?
I heard A&T homecoming.
I've been to Wilson. I went to Spelman them homecoming.
Okay,
I ain't never been to Lord.
Yeah, I ain't never been none of them homecomings.
Lord have mercy. Let me tell you something about Spelman. It felt like...
Because all of them right there. Spelman,
when I was down,
Morehouse,
right there. They're right there.
Clark.
Yeah.
The triangle.
The triangle.
Yeah.
I said square. Triangle. What's the name? When I went down there, like when up here, when you see a group of females, normally it's maybe 2 or 3 look real good.
Right.
And then there's probably like one in the middle, and then,
and then you got the purse holders.
Yeah.
Hell, girl, I gotta go to the bathroom. Over that. Okay, girl. Them purse holders. Them the ones that hold the mirrors up for their little girlfriend. Check your makeup, baby. I know what you're saying. It's always 2 or 3 or 4 of them in the group. It's a bunch of them. There'll be more of them in the group than there'll be some fine ones.
Oh, man. Nah, but when I was in Spelman, it was like groups of 5, and all of them was bad. Like it was a requirement to go to Spelman. You had to look a certain way.
Right.
It was ridiculous. I was like, oh my God. First of all, a Southern woman, period, is just
oh my goodness.
Lord have mercy.
Man, they just built different. Especially when they Southern, not when they just come from out and go into the South. Like
Southern.
Come on, man.
You hear me?
They be off
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I want a girl from Lumpkin. You hear me? Like you don't know Lumpkin. That's like Lumpkin.
Come on with this Lumpkin, man.
Come on, man. How far the houses apart from each other?
Shoot.
That's the country girls, man. Man, listen. Yeah.
I gotta take my bike to go to the neighbor house.
Yeah.
Take my bike to go to my neighbor house. You hear that?
Yeah. You got to, man. That's the part of the South I love.
I was in Tuskegee, man. Dirt roads.
Red clay dirt and all that.
I'm telling you. Plantation, like real plantation. Like I seen what George Washington Carver started.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All that historical facts. When I went down there, like, just because I graduated don't mean I didn't learn something from there.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That one year, that was real like important into where I'm at today. Because I lived and learned a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Even though I messed up a lot down there, I took whatever I could and brought it back home. Because it was a wonderful experience learning my history. You know what I'm saying? I learned a little bit, but really learning it and seeing it with your eyes, and seeing and learning about the Tuskegee experiments and all that,
right.
Learning about the Tuskegee Airmen and seeing the last living Tuskegee Airmen,
right.
And seeing where Mary Bacall Bethune, I was in her dorm named after her, and seeing her the classes that she first taught at. You know what I'm saying? George Washington
history.
You know what I'm saying? Like. It was Booker T. Washington founded the place. You know what I'm saying? Like, you actually at the school that Booker T. Washington founded. And, like, you just learning all the historical facts and then you just, like, more of an appreciation of life and where you at, what you're able to do for all
and
these
just
people
being
that
in
left
it.
the foundations to do it for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then learning from people, like, different people from different places. I met people from Connecticut. I met people from Milwaukee, from the Virgin Islands, from Great Britain, from California, from Arizona, from Washington State. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, listen to all people backgrounds and stories and stuff, and then you think you got it rough.
Right.
You think you've been through some stuff.
Yeah.
And then you hear somebody's story.
Right.
I'm like, bruh, what is your excuse?
Right.
I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, man, what's my excuse, man?
Yeah.
I used to hear horror stories.
Yeah.
Horror stories.
Yeah.
You gotta appreciate what you have. Don't appreciate what you don't have.
Right.
A lot of people focus on that. Appreciate what you do have.
Appreciate what you do.
Because a lot of people on this earth is going through way worse.
Way worse. Hell yeah. Shit,
way worse than you.
All I got to do in the morning is
and
get
you
up
struggling
and
in school.
Right.
And they not.
Right.
Man, I'm telling you, it made me look in my mouth like that. I'm struggling, and like they going through way worse than me right now.
Yeah.
And they got straight A's.
Yeah.
No electricity.
No.
Man, I'm telling you, it make you appreciate what you have.
Segregation.
You know what I'm saying? Like they went through a lot.
Yeah, they went through a lot.
Used to see on the daily their mom get beat up.
Had to cross the street.
On the daily.
When the white folks was coming down.
What? Man, I appreciate life down there, man. It made me appreciate life, man. It did.
It sent chills through your body, man, when you actually get a chance to, be a part of something like that and actually be there and be like, wow, this is where it all went down. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, even I stayed again, I was like, bro, they remember my name down there. I left my mom.
You left your mom?
I had to leave my mom, bro. I had to do that. If you don't know my name, you know daggone
the neighbors know your name out there or what?
Let me tell you something. They don't know my name, but let me tell you something. They be like, oh, you talking about that big dude that did the split at the step show? Oh, they gonna forever know me. Oh, they gonna forever know me. I'm telling you. That's every time I talk to them. That's all they bring up.
Yeah.
That's all they bring up. The fact that I'm funny. I'm glad you're doing comedy, and the fact when you did that step, that split in that step show, boy. Hey, fool. Like, I didn't even think it was gonna be like. I knew it was gonna like shut it down, but I didn't think like after.
Yeah.
It was gonna have the effects that it did. Yeah. Like it was totally different after that. Right. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't even think it was gonna be like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you the one. Oh, you the one. Come here. What? And then what's the name? I wanted to become a Q, and all the Qs love me after that. Yeah. Oh, if I would have went back, I would have definitely joined. You feel me? Like, bro, it was so much fun down there.
So you didn't become a Q?
Nah, I didn't. Okay. I only was there for 1 year. You had to be at least a sophomore to be able to put you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't able to do that. Man.
Yeah, shit. My daddy was a Q, man.
For real?
Yeah, man. I remember he had like this little little burn on his
the brand.
I remember being a little kid, like, I used to cry and everything. I ain't gonna lie. What is that? Yeah. And then when I got older, that's when he broke it down. I was young. This was before I even moved here. I remember that I used to cry, Daddy, what's the matter? What happened? Why is it all puffed up like that? You know what I'm saying? And he broke it down to me years later. Yeah, And then when he passed away, man, they did a beautiful, ceremony for him and for, all that good stuff. I got him a gold and purple casket and all that.
No, that's
yeah.
Went out
he got to.
Pops.
Yeah, man. I know a lot of Qs, man. That's why I asked you if you did it, man.
Yeah,
I ain't never go to college, man. When I was in high school, man, I was a knucklehead, man. And, man, and this might sound funny, like I'm not afraid to admit it. People always say, "Dad, you tell people that?" I'm like, yeah, man. Hey, it's part of my life, man. I was in the 12th grade twice. That's how bad I was in school, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Like, I lived and learned, went through it, and I had to. But like, college wasn't.
That ain't no thing.
College wasn't for me, man. But it's never too late. Like,
it wasn't for me either.
Yeah,
it wasn't for me either. I realized when I went down there, I should have went to community college first.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have no sense of individuality. I wasn't self-efficient at all. Yeah. My dudes did everything for me. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't self-efficient at all. Yeah. So when I went down there, it was a culture shock. It was like I had to do everything by myself. All of a sudden, I got to get my own self up. Mm-hmm. I got to make sure I do everything now. All my paperwork and all that, I got to do all that by myself. And now all of a sudden, because you know, my dad passed away too, and then around that time I was getting insurance money. Yeah. Now you give me thousands of dollars.
Right, man.
Hey, mama, you're in Maryland.
And I'm out here.
You're in Maryland. I don't care what you talking about on this razor. I'm going to this party.
Yeah.
I don't care what you said.
You had the money then?
Huh?
You had the money then?
Yes, sir. When I went down there, when she told me how much, because when she told me, like, when I first went down there, I didn't have the money.
Right.
It was like right when I got really, you know, comfortable.
Right.
And then she was like, yeah, you know how much money we got? I'm like, what? I'm thinking it's like going to be like, you know, 5,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking it's that much because, you know, I didn't know the concept of life insurance policy and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking how much my parents got. We not that rich. You know what I'm saying? So he probably got me a couple bands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was like, nah, about 30,000. I was like, 30,000.
And it's yours. And it's like, yeah.
You know, it was
like,
me and mom. So let's give it to me. Like, mama spent most of that.
Of course.
What's the name? You give me all this money? What?
Right, yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about? Almost passed out on the phone, bro. I'm like, hey, we going out tonight. What are you talking about? I'm like, where we going? Man. Oh, it was when I turned 18. Yeah, when I turned 18. Yeah, mom on the live. When I turned 18.
You turned 18?
Boy.
So you think the money steered you away from your focus?
I was already unfocused.
You was already unfocused.
And that made it work.
Because with my daddy pay, I think I got about 6-7 bands. That was it.
I was already.
His life insurance was like $22,000. The funeral cost like $12,000, and I had to split the rest with my stepbrother. So it was like. But
stop going to the ATM. They charge you. Stop going to the
ATM. Yeah. Oh man, I know my daddy probably looking down like, boy, you big dummy, you spent all that money. I'm like, Dad, it was only 6,000. Shit, by the time I went to. I'm trying to tell you, I went to damn Mexico and everything. No, really, I did. I went to Mexico and everything, man. I was coming up on 5 years on Monday.
You should not have gave me that bread.
May 23rd, it'd be 5 years.
I don't know.
Yeah. I know one thing, man. I know my family.
I was 21. If I'd had that money at 21, I would have used it a lot.
Yeah. I was having to talk with my fiance the other day because mine is at like 200. My life insurance. It's like 200. And I was like, hey, I said, you know, all you gotta do is just put me in the ground, whatever. You ain't got to go all do no horse and carriage or none, not unless you want to. You know, 10, 11, 12,000, 15 at the most. I'm gonna be taken care of. I said, what you gonna do with the rest of the money? She said, I don't know. You want to find out right now? I was like, you motherfucker. I was like, wow. I got to take you off of this.
That's
shit.
Wild.
She said, oh no, you want to find out now? No. I'll be sleeping like this and shit. Like, God dang.
Did she come through later? Like, I got dinner. I'm like, man, I ordered donuts.
Yeah, I ordered. So no bullshit. Yeah, but it's good though. Cause you know, like I said, it'll be 5 years that my father passed away this Monday on the 23rd, and I remember getting a phone call, you know, saying that they found him in the crib or whatnot, and I had to fly out the next morning, and I got there, you know, probably 5 hours after I got there, you know, he had transitioned. But 2 weeks prior to that, I had made a trip to Texas to come see him. So I was cool. I was like, I got a chance. Now, had I not got a chance to see him, I would have been really fucked up. It would have tore me up, right? So I was cool. The very next day was the challenge. I had to go to his place of employment, which was the local college, Wiley College. If y'all familiar with Wiley, if y'all remember the Great Debaters,
The
Great Debaters.
Yes,
right, so that's,
love that movie.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
In Marshall, Texas, Wiley College is the HBCU there, and I go to the administrative office. She said, "I know why you're here." I said, "Yeah, let's talk about it." She got the flipping them papers. Yeah, he got it. I was like, "Oh, thank you, Jesus! Thank you, Jesus!" I said, "How much is it?" She said, 22. I said, "Shit." I was like, I'm thinking it's gonna be about 200, 22,000. I was like, yeah, it's good though. But I say that to say like it's like you gotta have your affairs in order. A lot of people are afraid to talk about death.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, and I tell all my friends, I tell everybody, excuse me. you're gonna get 2 certificates in your lifetime: a birth certificate and a death certificate. But whatever certificates you get in between that is congratulations. But you gonna in your lifetime you're gonna get a birth certificate and a death certificate, and you can't escape it. It's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? How you want it to happen is how you live your life. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get caught up. I mean, rest in peace to those, those victims in Buffalo. Like, situations happen, you know what I mean? But you have to have your affairs in order. And I tell people all the time, get life insurance, get help. Like, you got to have all that, man. When it's time for you to go, you want to make sure that your family don't have to. They're gonna be grieving, but you don't want them to have to grieve and wonder how they gonna come up with the funds and be worrying. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? So I joke about the $22,000. You know what I'm saying? It could have been $10,000. Right. You know what I'm saying? That of coverage that he had. Long as your family don't have to worry about that worry. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. It's good to have the affairs in order. You know what I mean? But I wish my shit was $30,000. God damn, son. You know what I do with $30,000?
Man, no, we had one of our good friends we had on last week.
You just want to say that,
Daryl, he's a financial literacy coach and whatnot, and he basically was. I mean, he was giving some great free game last show as far as just making sure that you have a good life insurance policy.
Yeah.
So that way, when the day does come where you pass away, that your family is taken care of in every single way, because they're going to grieve.
They're going to grieve.
But the last thing you want to
hurt their pockets too. Their pockets be hurt too.
You got to set up a
they
GoFundMe
and their pockets hurt. Damn.
Yeah, it's hard to grieve and ask somebody for money.
Yeah.
That's hard. Man, that got to be hard. I've never been through that, but I know it has to be hard. You know what I mean?
Just think about it. If people have their affairs in order, GoFundMe wouldn't even really exist.
That's a fact.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't at all. Hell to the no.
Do you really realize the things that we really need is the hardest things to talk about? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like I understand. You don't want to talk about that, but we got to figure things out. You don't want to be asked out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You want to be prepared. Yeah. You don't want to be unprepared. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be too prepared than unprepared.
Right. I want to talk about it now at 42. God forbid, hopefully I don't transition till I'm 100. But what happens about tomorrow?
To talk about things that we really need to talk about.
You got to talk about it.
That trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like
and I get that from my mama.
I'm telling you, death and trauma.
Yeah, my mama.
It's one of the top important things we got to talk about, especially as a community, and we don't talk about.
Yeah, definitely trauma. That trauma, man.
I'm telling you,
trauma. When you don't talk about trauma, you know what I mean. Things like what happened in Buffalo happens.
Exactly.
That little white boy needed to talk to somebody. You feel what I'm saying? Talk to somebody. Like he had problems.
Talk to somebody with some sense.
With some sense.
He has been talking to somebody.
With some sense.
But they all some racist ass people.
Yeah.
He probably, you know what I'm saying? His environment was probably sick as fuck.
Right, it was sick as fuck. And what he did was definitely fueled by racism
and hate.
You know what I'm saying? But how did his mindset get there?
Yeah, that's
it had to get there first. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. What gets me is how people can be on your radar, right? And then you do these little investigations, and then you figure out, they just a little awkward, and then you let them go 2-3 days later, and then 2-3 years later, you had this outcome. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was on a. Did y'all see the video?
No, I heard about it.
I didn't want to see it.
I didn't want to see. A friend of mine sent it to me, and he basically was like
a piece of because of Instagram.
Yeah, he was like, man, he said I'm about to send you this video, and I ain't know what he's talking about. And when he sent it, I clicked on it, and that's how I kind of watched it. But I kind of regret. It's still in my phone right now. I want to delete it. I just haven't. I watched it twice, man. It was disgusting. It was really disgusting.
I heard about a clip where
he shot the white man and said sorry.
He didn't even shoot him.
He didn't even shoot him.
He pointed the gun at him.
He didn't shoot him. He
pointed the gun at him. He was white.
Yeah, he was all sorry.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Oh, sorry," and he went.
Yeah, because that's in the video too. It shows that part.
Man, you shot people, uncles, grandmas, and all that, man.
It was,
just for the color of the skin, bro.
Yeah,
and this goes back to our own shit that we deal with in our own community.
Yeah,
with each other.
Here's the question that, like, we're all racist people. I just want y'all to answer. You know what I'm saying? Your neighbor got a car. It's red. You hate the color red. You gonna hate that neighbor because he got a red car? Now, most y'all gonna say, nah, that's stupid. So why are you hating me because the color of my skin?
Mm-hmm.
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
The color of my skin. I'm still a human being. I have a liver like you. I have a lung like you. I have a heart like you. I have blood pumped through my veins just like you. I have facial hair. I walk. In the eyes of the Lord, we are all brothers and sisters. That's why it's the human race.
I'm an American citizen.
Yeah, it's a human
I'm
race.
a human being.
Yeah.
You're a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Just a different color.
Just a different color, man.
That's it.
And to be honest, we was here first.
Yes.
And you know what's right. And you
that's
know
the crazy part.
What's even starting to become more disturbing is the fact that the kids now are starting to ask questions like, why is this happening?
Yeah.
Right.
Man, right. Why is it happening? Or they just ignorant bliss getting taught that shit. Like that white kid that went to that black house, one of the kids' house, banging on the door with a whip.
With the whip, yeah. And then his father.
And then we come confronting. He was like,
yeah.
Cause you taught him that. That's why you're not because you taught him that.
Yeah. Then his father let a shot off in the air.
Yeah. Then you want to have a gun out when they come. Come on now.
And now he facing federal crime.
He facing federal, and his child going to jail.
Come on, man.
For what?
That's
what?
Yeah.
All because
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
And then you know he getting taught that because you seen on the
that's a fact.
You seen on the joint he was. Whoosh, you saw it ain't like he just had in his
Come
hand.
on
like,
now. That's not nothing ignorant. You have a whip. What the fuck do you have a whip for?
Yeah.
What do you have a whip for? Who bought you that whip? How do y'all have that whip?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck?
Yeah, man.
One of my partners, man, he live on Capitol Hill. He
in the middle of it.
Yeah, he his neighbor, right? It's not funny, but his neighbor. So it's him, his girl. I think it's about 5 of them in the crib, right? His neighbor on they it's an alley behind their house, right? So it's all fenced in. The neighbor got 5 nooses on the fence. 5 nooses on the fence, and there's 5 people in his house, my partner house, him and his girl and 3 of the kids. And he sent me, but he put it up on YouTube. I'll show it to y'all. He was like, "Man, what do you think about this?" He said, "Man," he said, "I saw that. I had to film it. I put it up on YouTube." He said, I got to thinking about it. He said, "Man, them 5 nooses. There's 5 people in my house." He said, I knew they didn't like us, but he said the police came over there and asked them about the nooses, and they was talking something about a boat that they had. They tied the boat up to the fence or something like that, but they ended up taking the shit down. But it's just crazy the world that we live in, that people would even threaten you like that. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I say forget a gun law, man. I think we should all just strap up. I really do. I think we should all strap up.
What did Daryl say at the end of the show?
I think we should all just, man, Second Amendment, strap up, and I'd rather deal with the consequences later. For real. It's getting to that point. Like I never really felt like that at first, but it's getting to that point,
I never really I had an issue with anybody having a gun.
Yeah.
My thing is everybody being registered. That's my thing. It's not the legal guns that's the issue. It's the niggas that's getting the guns illegally. And then they just busting people and throwing them away. And it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my kill. That's my whole kill. The gun laws and to get a gun, I just wanted to be stricter and nobody getting no guns illegally.
Man,
y'all pushing guns out here illegally. The government are doing it, and you acting like y'all not doing this shit. Same thing with these fucking drugs.
Right. It's crazy. Like the gun laws, I don't think they'll ever change, man. I really don't. I mean, look at Georgia. You know, in Georgia now,
Georgia,
you don't even have to have a concealed weapon license anymore. You could just be anybody. As long as you got a Georgia ID, you could just carry a firearm.
I don't understand how they. I don't understand how they can.
Bro,
my
because
bad.
when I went down ATL, right, we went to the guns because we was gonna buy some guns down there. We went in there, right. The dude was like, yeah, all you gotta do is just show me your ID, even if you got a state.
Yeah.
I do the background check.
You just gotta have a license now.
Give us about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Once you clear, you'll walk out here with a firearm.
Yeah.
It's that simple down there.
I don't think gun laws.
But how can you get that out of state and then bring it to your state? How can you do that?
If your state, it depends on what your state gun laws are. Like say if you go down there with a Virginia license, you know what I'm saying? They look at you, Virginia laws, because a lot of those, because I used to work at this gun range in Atlanta called Quick Shot, and a lot of those concealed carry weapons, the actual licenses are valid in several states, Georgia, Virginia, Ohio, like it goes all up and down the coast. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have a valid weapons license in Georgia, and I can cross state lines as long as my license is good in that state. So if you go to Georgia and you from a state where you know everything is all good, they'll sell it to you.
But for Maryland, I would have had to get it transferred up here to a local dealer and then pick it up.
FLL.
Right, and then pick it up locally once it got up here.
But you'd have had to get your gun permit and all that in Maryland first, right?
No.
Oh,
you just got to have a Maryland license.
Yeah.
Wow. And this is as of recent. Like back in the day, yeah, you would have to have a permit. You would have to all that.
But you can't just do that in Maryland. You can't just go to one like that in Georgia, right?
I don't know what the laws now are in Maryland, but in Georgia, they just passed a law that when I was living in Georgia working at the gun range, the law stated that if you were a Georgia resident, you could have a firearm in your house without having a license. You could if you were to leave your house, you can travel with your firearm within the state of Georgia without a concealed carry license. The moment you got out your car with your firearm, that's when you had to have the license.
Right.
All of that stuff is out the door now.
Right.
You just had to have a license or a state ID, and you could do whatever.
Right. With it registered.
You could do whatever. You don't have to have that license anymore. You could just do whatever. And me personally, I honestly believe that, and I could be wrong, but I just believe that's just a way for niggas to wipe niggas out, man.
Facts.
I believe that.
And we're not smart enough to realize that.
I believe that.
Amongst other things.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned earlier about the abortion.
Yeah, that shit crazy. I don't understand. Like how you forcing somebody to do that? You know what I'm saying? And then they always target our women. And they always be like, well, y'all the most percentage of abortions. Do you understand why? A lot of our women are most likely to die during labor. Most of the women was raped.
Rape, yeah.
Even by their family members. Why are they forced to do that? Why are they forced to have a baby? Why are that baby forced to be in that environment?
Yeah.
Why are you making that choice for them? Ain't that against the amendment? No, if I'm not mistaken, it's an amendment that speaks against that. But it's still laws out here to prevent I don't get it.
It's terrible, man.
And now we got to fight. We got to fight to have an anti hate black bill, crime bill. Like we have to fight to get that. And no disrespect to my Asian people, but they gotta
We've been
going through this for how many years?
Yeah, I saw somebody post about that.
We gotta fight.
I forgot what was that latest incident with the Asians. Damn, what was it? Was that in New York? I forget where it was at.
It was terrible. What
it was terrible what they were doing to the Asians.
I'm not saying they shouldn't.
Yeah,
that's you know what I'm saying. This should be for everybody.
Just talking about how they didn't speak up for the recent Buffalo situation.
You're not gonna find people speaking up about the majority.
Right.
Obviously, we are. But everyone else, you're not gonna find people speaking up about Buffalo because they don't care.
They don't care.
It's not.
But when it happened to them, they want the masses to come behind it. You know,
I keep bringing this mental illness up, man. Like, no.
Yeah, we gotta stop that.
Yeah, it's not no mental. Nah,
we gotta stop that.
That dude was perfectly fine.
You was able to suited and booted, get armored up. Write a very detailed racist manifesto message.
Yeah. What did it say? 180 pages. 180. 2 hours, 200 miles away?
Come on now.
Yeah, that's
that. And the day before, the manager of the grocery store had to kick him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we gotta. Yeah,
we got to do better.
It was premeditated.
But I think we got to strap up, man. I mean.
I've been saying that for a while.
That's a fact.
We gotta strap up, man.
Legally,
legally strap up. You know what I mean?
Ain't like I never like carried a gun or shot it before. It's just like I don't like guns, so I don't really know how to.
Hey, you remember you ever watch Training Day? Remember this?
I really want to go to like.
Say how's your Espanol? He said, you better learn that shit.
Nah, that's what I want to do. I really want to get because you gotta be.
Nah, and I come from my father was a police officer, right? And so of course, like the very first time like I shot any of his weapons, I was probably like 5 or 6. Then of course the military came, so I had plenty of experience, shooting. Then prior to me moving to Atlanta, from 2006 to 2013, I did armed security at the FAA, across from the Air and Space Museum, and then of course the gun range in Atlanta. So I have a lot of firearm experience, and I tell people all the time, if you have a firearm, you need safety is important. That's my biggest. That's my biggest thing because people will they'll get one legit. They'll get it the legit way. They'll go apply for it. They have it in their house.
They just don't know how
to use it.
Yeah,
and that's cool. But you got to go to the range, man. I encourage people you have to go to the range. You have to learn firearm safety. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to hold it. You got to learn muzzle awareness. You got to learn everything. Finger off the trigger all the time. Like the safety part of it is a first. Fuck all that alignment and shit. Like learn how to treat it first. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how a lot of people die. You know what I'm saying? Shit can pop off and you don't know how to use it, and you sitting there fumbling with it. Then the next thing you know, you done shot yourself in the artery and you ain't even shot the intruder.
Exactly, you done cheddar bob yourself.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I encourage people, women and men. Like when I have
so bad.
What happened,
bro? But he shot himself, bro. Who? Remember 8 Mile? You seen 8 Mile with cheddar bob? Fool, that shit, man. Terrible. And put it up, man.
Yeah,
I
got this. And shit like that happens, man. And I tell people all the time, I go to the range with you.
Yeah,
I go with you because if I rock with you, or if I know you, or if I don't, man, I want to go to the range with you. I love the range. I love fire. We'll go, man. You say you don't like them?
I don't like guns.
Why?
Because people die of them. I like to fight, but I know I need a gun.
You got
to be
2 steps ahead of.
You know what I'm saying? I've been. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the field. You know what I'm saying?
I love guns.
Me too.
When I seen that shit, it did something to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I can dig it.
It did something to me. I'd rather knock you the fuck out than shoot you.
Nah, yeah, I can
even
dig
in
it.
your toe.
Yeah,
I'd rather knock you the fuck out.
Yeah, and that's the shit we was doing back in the early 90s.
Niggas not fighting.
They not doing it.
No.
Niggas not fighting.
That's the shit we was doing.
So that's I be cooling. Even though I be wanting to fight because I love fighting.
Right.
Like how y'all love guns, I love fighting.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So you're not afraid of it. You just don't like what they do to people.
Yeah, I just don't like it.
Yeah, because then you can. That's
none of just like what they do to people.
Yeah. Then you would be good at the range. Just don't the ones that are afraid of it that get that thing and they be like this.
My dad had showed me how to, you know what I'm saying, how to shoot a gun and all that. You know, just since then I just haven't, you know, since. You know, I'm not gonna say too much, but you know, since the little incident, I was in the field. I just didn't like it.
It's traumatizing.
You know what I'm saying? I was just always, you know what I'm saying? Always have friends that did it. I was always the big dude. If you wanted to rumble,
I'm your guy.
Hey, Scoop. Okay, now we here with it. See, this is my element right here.
Right. Yeah.
I wish I kick your temple off your face.
Yeah, and I wish that's where we were still at in America, man. Where we can just, if you had to go there, you know what I'm saying, you pull these two out. You know what I'm saying, because that's what we did back in the day. Whether you won or you lost, you know what I'm saying, you still live. What am I saying? You
fight another day.
To fight another day. You know what I'm saying. But if I'm coming with these and I ain't got that and you got that,
it's over.
That's coward. That's coward. Because even if I got it, and I get in an altercation with somebody and they don't got it, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put my shit up and we gonna go right here with it. You know what I'm saying?
But people ain't honorable nowadays, right?
They put this.
They're not honorable.
Yeah.
Well, AJ, we appreciate you coming on to the show,
Anytime, man.
Next time we gotta have Dada come on.
Yeah, man, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love that. We'll definitely have.
We'll run it back.
Yeah, we'll run it back. Yeah, for sure. Dada come up in here. You know, Dada, that's my girl, man. She full of energy and.
Man, I love shows like this one where we just get the rapping. Topics that we want to talk about. We even get a chance to talk about it.
Oh, man. And then before you do it, you got B over there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, yeah. All right, y'all. That's it for today's show. This is Spade Podcast. We will see y'all in 2 weeks. Check out Gunline Radio today from 4 to 6.
Yes, sir.
Peace. We out.
Maps and 7.